any other job. Yeah. You're asking us to hire you, and you don't know the answers to the questions.
She's 12 days away from a possible.
Yes. Why are you 12 days out and you don't know how to fix the border? Why are you 12 days out and you still don't have an answer on how to lower?
And seriously, that is like, this is not a joke. This is not trash talking. It's like if you took your car to a mechanic and he don't have the answer. And then on top of it, though, they're like, no, leave the car with me. Give me the money. And yeah, pay me and leave the car with me. Don't take it to nobody else. And so maybe like a dummy, you trust them. But it's been 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5, and nah, with my, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And they don't, yeah, people, and then other people are like, no, leave the car.
Or the price of groceries. I mean, that makes zero sense. In any other job, it would be disqualified.
And why are these jobs so important now to secure the border, to fix the grocery prices? Why weren't they over the last 3.5 years when she was saying the border is secure?
That's not even a biased take. That's literally common sense. I think both sides recognize that as a fundamental issue, that you can't escape what happened from the border. And that's why I say her campaign has been doomed, because she's coming from the administration that broke the border in a way that everyone can acknowledge is broken, right? Same thing with the economy. That's why the polls show she's losing on both of those issues. And it just doesn't make sense to me, because even when I was in the military and they were teaching us how to obviously be...
Now, this is the part I want everybody to hear. I like this guy as a YouTuber, but I don't know. Maybe ain't no maybe. He's younger than me. Maybe yada yada. I can't tell, but I think he obviously he is. But and I don't know when he joined, but I'll just let it play.
Right. Same thing with the economy. That's why the polls show she's losing on both of those issues. And it just doesn't make sense to me, because even when I was in the military and they were teaching us how to obviously be leaders,
when I first heard this earlier today, one, I'm like, huh? Teaching how to be leader? I don't know. Maybe whatever. It's like, leadership. That's, unless he was an officer. Maybe he was an officer. I don't know. I might need to go back to his channel. He might give his history. And he might have been a lieutenant, maybe he went to college, or, you still, everybody don't have to go on and be a major and captain. Yeah, he could have done his time. I think if you like ROTC in college, and you only got to do like 2 or 3 years to pay for your college, or 4 years. And, people like that, they only make it they only, make it to like a first lieutenant. And they don't want to be anything else. They just don't, yeah, they just paid for college. So that might be it. I just figured, because at first, I'm like, huh? What are you talking about? But
lessons were, listen, even if you don't know what you're talking about, even if you have no idea what you're talking about, you better sound like you know what you're talking about. Practice.
Because I'm like, what the hell is, I've never heard that in my life before I was in the military, from my military family members when I was in the military. And he's like, well, leadership, and I think that maybe he was an officer or something. Back then, years ago, whatever. Ain't that, he looked like he in his obviously 30s. So you went to college, you get out 21, and you do 4 years. Yeah, you could have been lieutenant, first lieutenant, or maybe he did. I don't know, but because it's like, huh? It did. To me, it sounds like he went in like an infantry unit, because you better sound like you know what you're talking. No, where I'm from, the military, 86. It ain't you better know what you're talking about. Because it's not just your subordinates that's under you that's gonna leadership. Because he's talking about leadership. That's why I think he's officer. Cause I never even like teach you leadership. You don't learn that in basic training. You learn your skills. Yeah. Even I wasn't in infantry at Fort Benning, but we're enlisted. So I think he was an officer, and so there must be some officer shit, ROTC or whatever. I don't know. Leadership. They don't teach us leadership. You either you're natural leader or primary PODC. Yeah, obviously. Maybe he's talking about that. I didn't get to go because I got hurt before that. I would have. Matter of fact, yeah. First thing they said, damn, you was on top of the list for the whole battalion to go to PODC next. And really, I should have been I should have had my E5 before my homeboy I got to Fort Bragg 2 weeks before him. He had been at E5, right? This is not me bitching, but he been at E5 for like been at E5, been to PODC. Me and him, like I said, all the stories I tell about when I first got to Fort, I was with him, me and him. So we joined at the same time. We met in jump school, but really, in his words, I never spoke to him. But I'm like, you didn't say anything because I had a car. I paid $300 for that car. We're at Fort Benning, and I don't know. I guess he was nosy because you know, but it could be gang stuff because actually he was MI, but he went to 82nd Aviation, and which was next door. And he was actually MI. He was in S2, meaning he went to Fort Huachuca. Yeah. He from Brooklyn, right? Remember I told you I would make fun of him because he's East Coast nigga. But me and him, we was everywhere. Like I said, peas in the pot. Time to get off. It's 5 o'clock. When we first got there, go to Chow Hall and then meet up with each other, take a shower, meet up, we changed. But after a while, like I said, all that shit I talk about at one point Fayetteville was somewhere to go every night from Sunday to Sunday. I was with him. But anyway, this leadership stuff where you better you better know what you're talking about. Not better know and not better sound like I don't know what that means. Maybe you're talking about voice inflection and yada yada yada. I don't know what the fuck that is. Because you not only gonna get your subordinates, you could get everybody killed because you don't know what you're talking about, and you give an order. You're in charge. You give an order, and you're not sure, and you don't know about it. Period. You get everybody killed. I'm not. Whatever. He's not in the military no more. I want to know what the fuck he's talking about. Seriously. You can get the colonel killed. Hell, the mighty can get the whole commanding general. The CG. Because you gave an order to this one squad that's supposed to be protected, or whatever, and you get everybody killed because you ain't know what you're talking about. He literally, you just heard it. He said it out his mouth. You better sound like what the fuck is that? That sound like some woke shit that they fantasize. That's what, remember I said, like, nowadays the woke shit is they think military or anything or being a good leader is just yelling at people and that slave shit. You better do what I said. And like I told you, the only time you get talked to like that is if you fucked up. And they didn't told you over and over. They didn't trained you. And even, like I said, where I'm from in the middle, they'll ask you, so do you understand what I said, Private? And you say, yes, Drill Sergeant, or yes, Sergeant. This could be afterwards. And then you fuck up. And the sergeant is like, I asked you, Private, did you understand? That's when push, Private, get down, do push. This is basic training. And like I said, by the time you're in your unit, you shouldn't be fucking up like that. There's no, you better sound like you know what you're talking about. Because first of all, they didn't train the people who sent you on that mission. They know that you're capable of doing that mission. You and your team, if you're a team leader. There's no, you better sound like, that's what, basic training, where they showed you, hey, can you, this is a table, put this and that, put it back together, or da. So not only did they ask you, did you showed them, how to reassemble, boom. They know what you're doing. So there's no, you better sound like. And I'm pretty sure officers like, nah, I don't know what that nigga talking about either. Seriously, you better sound like you know what you. I don't know what branch he was in. Navy, Army, Marines, Coast Guard, Air Force, seriously, I don't know what this nigga talking about. You better sound like you gonna get everybody fucking fucked up. Just sounding like, ain't there. And then you don't, first of all, you don't follow, I never had to go through that. I always had people who knew what they was doing. So I never that woke shit, the movies, the new age movies where, that romanticizing. I ain't even talking about, a relationship, but they romanticize the motherfucker who becomes the hero. That's the whole movie. By disobeying orders and, maybe a pilot and I'm not gonna drop the bomb. And yeah, seriously, he's supposed to drop a bomb, or or in nowadays woke shit, it's a female pilot, and they won't drop the bomb. They won't follow orders to drop the bomb on innocent people. And yeah, they become the hero of the movie because they disobeyed a order, a lawful order. That yeah, woke shit. That doesn't happen. We don't send you on no bullshit. You drop if we sent you, you drop the fucking bomb. Or you ain't gotta be a pilot. Oh, that's what I'm saying. They're trying to weaken us with the kids with this, but I think the kids ain't falling for it either. We won't tell you something that's bad. We tell you something good. Shaka Khan, we'll tell you something good. Seriously, we ain't gonna tell you nothing bad. But I'm out.